to go. Good. Release off the brake. Turn your head up the driver's side window. Find that yellow cone. On power and exit. Brush the brakes before you enter. Back on gas on exit. Brush the brakes. Good. Back on power and exit. Hold on, Keith. Alright, Mike. Go again. Alright, Mike. Go, Keith. Turn your head, Keith. Good. Very well done, Keith. Alright, driver. So, I think everybody's got a good foundation. Let's get some repetition in. Once the driver in front of you makes the left, as soon as they make the left in front for that first turn, send yourself.
Once you enter the slalom, your speed is now steady. So you want to keep the car balanced, right? You don't want to accelerate in here, because if you accelerate down into the slalom, then you're going to have to jump to the brakes to avoid those cones. So if you adjust your speed early, set your speed early, the car is going to be happier, more balanced, it's going to steer better, and remember, focus on spaces, not cones. So this next corner can be pretty fast. Can be fast if you're looking ahead. Don't look straight. Focus ahead, accelerating. And when you begin braking up here, guys, again, it's somewhere around the red cone. Straighten your steering slightly, okay? That will help the tires and help you brake a little bit better. And then you ease off the brakes. Remember that smooth brake release. That's what we're looking for. Nice smooth brake release. Turning from the blue cone, get that car down to that yellow cone, guys. If you're really wide of the yellow cone, like you all are right now, you're wide, you want to be right down next to it. You probably came into the corner too fast. If you can't get down to the apex, probably came in too fast. Okay, so now at the top of the hill, I really make an effort to get the car to the far right. Let off the gas. If you time it just right, you just let off the gas. That's going to transfer weight up to the front axle, and you'll steer better. The car almost kind of rotates through there effortlessly. If you're really going fast, you may have to use a brush of the brakes. Again, it's all dependent on your speed. But once you have the car pointed down the hill, then you can really attack this next section. So aggressive on the gas, but if you're really using the gas and you're coming down here quick, you better be ready with the brakes. And this is the corner that it kind of sucks people in. People brake too late here, then you tend to turn in early. But if you really look up around the corner, you see how the road narrows, it kind of funnels. So if you get in here too fast and you turn in too sharp, you're going to run yourself out of road over there. So that's a common mistake on this part of the track. So be patient on the turn-in. Really make an effort to get out here right to this blue cone. Then I come off the brakes. There's going to be a moment where you're just coasting for a second. So you're not on the gas, just coasting. If you over-slowed it maybe a little bit, maybe you can maintain the speed so you don't slow down too much. And you can go. So 3 increments here. So it'll be just a few minutes, but if you listen to the feedback and pay attention, you'll be able to maybe pick things up a little faster. You turned the wheel and then you looked into the corner. Eyes up.
Just there. This last time by looked really good.
Yeah, definitely from here. Okay, guys, in the pits, straighten up those wheels. In gear. Coming in, Douglas, that's fine. I'll let you do another lap. Okay, guys, bring on in. Checker flag on track. Checker flag. Come on in. Good job, guys. Really, really great improvement. So, Mike, when you're ready, it's all you.
You're nice and slow. This is where we are going to enter the skid pad. So as we make our way around, you're going to notice a yellow line on driver's side. So when we work on the understeer, which is the easiest thing to correct, we're just going to keep these cars stuck down right next to this yellow line. And we're just going to gradually, as we do it, and keep increasing the throttle, not abruptly, and eventually the car is going to want to push off the corner and wander away from the yellow line. When it does that, the fix is we're just going to breathe the throttle, and when we breathe out the throttle, we shouldn't even have to move our hands on the steering wheel. The car should come right back down to the inside right next to that yellow line. What you guys are going to learn is that you can dictate the car's attitude, how you come on and off the throttle. So if the car starts to understeer, as we increase throttle and it wanders away from the yellow line, if we breathe off the throttle, the car should just come right back in, no drama. But if we have enough steam going and we snap our foot off the throttle, we can go from an understeer situation right into a snap oversteer situation. So the car, we're dictating the car's attitude, how we're coming on and off those pedals.
7. And there it is. And give it that abrupt throttle input. Off. Go around. Brake. When you get backwards like that, hit the brakes hard. Don't just let it go wherever. Hard left. And whenever. Steer quick.
Same thing.
Go around.
Too long.
Yep, as long as you're acknowledging it. Foot on the brake for me. Hard left.
So I waited too long?
Yeah, well, waited too long to steer and get off the gas pedal, right? So had you started the steering sooner, you probably might have caught that. But you're waiting until the car has 30 degrees angle before you ever start to steer. Right, so you just got to start that a little sooner. A little faster. And give it a shot. Off gas, steer. And unwind. Your keys, correct?
Yep.
Very good. Where are you from, Keith?
From Providence, Rhode Island.
Okay, so you can get some snow up there.
Yep.
All right, go for it. Steer and unwind. Perfect, perfect. Don't just go, don't go right back to the throttle though. Wait for the car to regain grip. Right back to throttle though, man. That's a bad habit. All right, try again. Steer a lot. There you go, and go for it. Give it a shot. Go for it. Hold it and unwind. Nice, good job. So you see when I take your mind off of what you're doing, how much smoother it is?
Yep.
Right? Don't think about it. Don't go for it. Steer and unwind. Nice, good job.
Very
super smooth.
That was
So you can, yeah, go for it again. You can do 3 or 4 of those comfortably in a lap. Nice, there you got it. You got it now. Try it again. Yeah, absolutely. All right, we got to exit this time.
Get up to these red and white cones ready to go. Now, as soon as I give you clearance to take it out, you're accelerating forward, and your lap has started here, but your time doesn't start until you pass these green houses. You look up to that board to the left, you'll see that my time is now up. So I pass through those sensors that at the green cup. That breaks the beam. I'm on the power steer drivers, staying. on the gas pedal and accelerating, staying on the left-hand side. And then through the slalom, I'm giving a nice press of the brake pedal here. Nice solid brake pressure, slow down my speed, that way I can make it through without hitting any cone. The other penalty besides the stop box that you can get is hitting a cone, and it's 2 seconds per cone that you hit. We're hooking around the back sides of each one of these red cones. Keep the hands moving, eyes towards the opening, in between the red cone, and then squeezing on power as we exit. On the gas pedal here, we're then going to brake at the red cone on the left-hand side with hard, heavy brake pressure. Release off, turn from the blue here, down to the yellow, squeezing on power as we exit. Again, on the gas as we go up the hill, right side tires alongside this white line, a brush of the brake pedal as we go down the hill, turning down towards that yellow apex cone. And then again, squeezing hard on power here. And an ABS stop real early. Again, brake early before you get to the stop box, that way you can get it stopped in stop. Your time stops as soon as you hit those front cents, but make sure that you get stopped inside the box. Go Keith. Being good here on the 25.9%. Good drivers, go Mike. Down the hill. Looking good, but not quite good enough. A little bit faster than the last one, but not enough to be the top time 22.916. Get faster. Go Keith. Want you to do to be a little bit better. This corner and the corner right here this morning. Flying in here 0 or 6. That is Samber's fast time. Is there any more laps left? Official laps left. No Mike. Down to this, and here comes Keith inside the box. A little bit better, but not quite good enough. 22.892. Got one more lap to do. Lastly, go Keith. And it's at 164.890. Not quite the fastest there. Good time. Got all eyes on Keith. I know Kirk is watching you. And what Keith can do, 22.720. A little bit of improvements each and every time. Not quite enough to take it in this set. I will always do a countdown. I'll do 3, 2, 1, go. And those two drivers are going to chase each other around in our rat race. I'll do 4 laps in the car that closes down on the gets back to their start line where they originally started from. First, after 4 laps, we will be declared the winner. If you spin, you will lose. If you hit a cone, you will get penalized 1 car length. Alright? And you guys will keep chasing each other around until I call the winner. Going up. Looking good. Keep it up a little bit. A little bit more Keith. There you go. Alright, drivers. 3, 2, 1, go.
a little bit for me. There you go. All right, drivers, get ready here. 3, 2, 1, go. Both drivers took off pretty well. Don't fiddle with the tires too much. This is where we end up after lap 1. Right now it looks relatively evenly matched. Lap 1, Keith is in the lead by a nose. Going around for lap 2. And still Keith on lap 2. Like Keith is still hanging on about the same lead after lap 3. Keith is still hanging on by a little bit. I'll get close the gap a little bit as we round out lap 4. Looks like Keith, unless he makes a big mistake and gets off the corner, alright, and Keith is our winner, so Keith, Bob, back to your pit box. When you come in, I want you to give me a cruising speed, 60 miles an hour, buddy. Samir, you're coming to pit lane this time as well. Okay, that's Samir, do not come to pit lane. Put that in line. Stay on track, continue to lap. Bob, come on out. Radio's yours, boy.
All right, so Douglas, you cruising. We're going to take the next left. That means I'm on the inside. All good. Take that next left, and then I'm going to find you a gap. Okay, stick to those cars for just a second. Hold on out for this white car, okay? Okay, go now, Douglas. Yeah, you know what you did. You just brake a little too gentle.
Right, man. Okay, down here where you were with James, where you were a little earlier, remember you're a little faster, and get to that yellow, you can come up here, and you can break into your lane. Get that straight shot out of the corner, right earlier, look into the turn, and get paid. Brake pretty hard, but I like to break it ready, trust me.
Well, probably would have just barreled out of that one there, Bob. Now, Bob, you're adding brake pressure the further you get to the brake zone. You need to brake harder with authority, like Adam said, brake harder initially. You guys, there might be a red cone that leads up onto the inside of it. It's a way to south Capitol, which I think we actually just did there for Keith.
Okay, another report from the James Corner this morning. We're going to turn into early. These angles we off the road and the exit turn in front of the loop.
So guys, with that cone in front of it in the way, just make it out of the way. Don't go out of your way to avoid it. It's just barely on the driving line. Just avoid it.
And Mike, up to you there. If you're getting closer to him, we're going to tell you to pit lane. Don't back away from him, or else I'm going to leave you out track behind. cabin, because it's going to be a good 18 inches deep here, it looks like. And yes, you could if the BMWs weren't so well sealed, but they're extremely well sealed up for sound and for waterproofing. So keep it slow, maybe a car length between the vehicles as you roll through here with a little bit of brake. Because if you race into water and force water into the intake of the engine or into the electronics, obviously you can do some damage. So if you have a chance to go through some deep water, you'll see that you can go through some pretty deep water if you keep it slow. Just know what you're going through, not too deep, not raging like a river that can always wash a vehicle away.
Wow, can even go over the exhaust.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at there.
You're going to go to a mound that brings you out of the water crossing, just straight up and over the crest. And then once you make the crest, you'll be able to see where the road goes next. And there's a big mud hole kind of at the bottom. So go slow through it. I found out recently that it's really deep. So I just go slow so we don't, hammer that front bumper into the ground or something. It's pretty deep at the bottom. We go on the frame twister. It's going to have all the weight on the whole vehicle on just 2 wheels. And yeah, we'll be teetering on 2 wheels. So the way to do that, see the last car coming through the water crossing. Oh, by the way, I just noticed my car has the auto hold turned on. I would just as soon turn that off, so I just disabled mine. The auto hold holds the brake free every time you stop the car. The left rear corner of your center console, right in the little corner there, you can disable it in green lights on. Just turn that off. Auto hold is awesome for stopping the traffic. When you're trying to do slow speed maneuvering, you have to touch the gas instead of just toasting. So I like to turn it off for this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get up here, right side of the car, up onto the mound on the right. Then I'm going to put my left front tire onto another mound, and I'm going to try to do a few feet and stop. I'm going to stop with your left front tire right on top of that mound. You'll see that I can almost balance my car up here on 2 wheels. If you get it just right, you'll be tipping just barely on 2 wheels. 2 of you might be able to rock from one corner to the other. But even at that point where I'm teetering, I can open and close my door. So some of you might get a little more air under a tire or something than I did. But try to teeter a little bit, and you'll see. You don't have to open your door, but it's a really strong, rigid chassis. We had a different group, and I'm going to call you over this one individually, one car at a time. I'll actually get out so you're in the right spot. You'll see what I mean in a minute. It's really kind of hard to see what's under the car, even if that camera is turned on that I talked about. You're going to see a bit of air here under my right rear tire. I'm pretty sure.
A bit?
Well over a foot, maybe 2 feet there. So I'm going to ask you to stop more than once when you get near the top here and get you in the right spot so you get that big heat. So stand by, first car. So at the crest, just a little past it, you'll feel resistance. So when I ask you to steer a little, just do a little input. So keep going slight left, you're good. And when you get to that resistance point, I'll tell you if you have to adjust your steering, and I will ask you to stop again, okay? You'll feel it in about 10 feet. Keep coming, you're okay. Nice and slow, that's good, perfect. There it is. Now keep the steering exactly where it is, and in 10 feet we do a full stop, okay? So out of gas to get a roll, next drive is going to kick in. Wet tires, so you're ready to stop, 8 feet. Easy, and keep it a little right, a little more. Stop right there. Yeah, it's pretty good. You guys don't seem afraid though. Alright, so it's pretty good. You might do a little more tip in another foot, so a little more. And now you can turn a little left. And just drive it down there past that red cone. Just stay on that dirt road. I'll be right with you.
It's amazing how just like stand right there.
I was going to say, that's some trust in the technology there.
Right, we start off on a hill. Really helps you out there too. The next thing we'll do is go over a berm, but this one tilts us to the left. So the visibility here is really poor, and they put some extensions on our fence, but that doesn't help much. So once you climb up on this berm, and you can't really see the fence, just keep your left side tires on the gravel road, not any higher than that, and you'll get all the angles available without going up too high to the fence. So left side tires should still be touching the gravel road. The first part of it you can kind of figure out go into.